Grace and love, everybody. It's Life Aspects with Visionary Rose. In the last clip, I left you guys off with being sustained and making sure that you have people around you that are going to sustain you, and also that you're sustaining yourself as well too. Now, what does it mean to be sustained? Sustained means to keep going. Now, sustain does have many definitions of it, but that is the definition that stuck out to me. So be sustained. Make sure that you're sustaining yourself, and you got people around you that's sustaining you, baby, that's elevating you, that's telling you to keep going. Yes. Now, what we gonna learn today, Rose? Emotional intelligence. Now, listen, the word that came to mind when I put this together for you guys, emotional intelligence. Now, listen, balance. Now, what does it mean when I say the word balance? Now, you have control of the inner side. Now, if you're new to this channel, we talk about understanding and understanding. Now, I'm going to be using more so of understanding with this one, because being balanced, having control of the inner side. Now, the inner side is where you will understand. That's when you're understanding it on the inside. Now, if you look at the word emotional and take that AL off, but put intelligence in the front, you want to make sure that you're being intelligent in your emotions. Now, what do I mean when I say by being intelligent in your emotions? That means to really just simply be aware. Now, when you're intelligent in your emotions, you're aware. You actually know your triggers, but you're not allowing them to affect you. Now, that also plays a part in when you're balanced as well, too. You know your triggers, and that's also where you acknowledge as well, too, because you know what triggers you. But this is where the imbalance comes in, where you allow your triggers to affect you. And this is where you have to take that and reverse that. So that's good that you know what triggers you. You should know what triggers you, but this is where you begin to stay balanced at, because you're balanced when you know your triggers, but this is where you begin to get imbalanced when you allow those triggers to affect you. This is why we speak on healing is very, very important. This is why we say that forgiveness is very, very important, because healing is more, and you will as you are, whatever journey you on, if you're in your healing journey, one of the things I'm going to point out to you is that you will know that on the healing journey, and as you are progressing on your healing journey, or whatever rope that you are at some point you've realized that healing is more than just the isolation. Healing is more than just shedding parts of you that no longer serve you anymore. Shedding parts of you that you no longer want about you. Shedding parts of you, places, things, or people that no longer benefit you. You will know that healing is more than just shedding. You will know that self-care is more than just going to get your hair or your nails done and getting facials and actually going to that Target and Starbucks, where you will know that self-care is more than just that, but that self-care starts on the inside as well too, because you're taking care of yourself on the inside. So when you're taking that time to pray, you're actually, that's a form of self-care as well too. Meditating, that is a form of self-care as well too, because you're taking time with self, you're taking time to self, you're taking time, and in the moment of you taking time to self, many times taking time to yourself and not having anything but just you, not having anything around you, not even thinking about anything, but just taking that time with just you. You don't have to spend any type of money to have a self-care day. You don't have to even post that you having a self-care day. Just have your self-care day. You don't have to let anybody know, and know that your form of self-care day is not you running up and down to Target, going up and down to Starbucks, going to get your hair and nails done, but the self-care day is for you. It's an internal thing. It's not an external thing, but it's an internal thing that you do on the inside. It's something that you're doing where you're actually understanding why you're doing this. You're understanding why you're doing it, and also you're understanding why you need to be doing this, why you need to be doing X, Y, and Z for your life, because it's better for you. I don't know what it is that you're doing in a form of that's going to help you, but whatever it is that you know, make sure that you're doing it for good purposes that's going to help you. Self-care, look at the word for a self and for a care. I'm telling you, going to Starbucks ain't going to help you in the form of a self-care. You're just getting a nice drink that you can post on Instagram, post for your followers. Hello, somebody. Now listen. Talk about being balanced in your emotions. Understanding that balance is key. Fulfilling your relationships. respectful relationships that's going to help you. This is why healing is very, very important. When we talk about being sustained, even if you have, let me tell you something, this is why God has people around you. This is why healing is more than just isolation. You will have your season of isolation whenever you are going through the healing process. You will have that season of isolation, and in that season of isolation, get all the understanding and the understanding that you can. Get all of the understanding. This is where you begin to think. This is where you begin to right your wrongs in the midst of that. Why Life Aspects? This is where isolation, because it's you to yourself. Nobody's around. You're taking the time to yourself. This is the time where when you're around, nobody not seeing you cry but God. Nobody not seeing you crying out to Him, reading your Bible. Nobody's not seeing that. Nobody's not seeing what you're doing in your isolation season but God. But in that midst of that isolation season, that is a very sensitive area. That is a very, and sometimes isolation, that can be a very sensitive topic as well too. But in order for you to actually fully heal, there is going to be those type of topics to where that is kind of sensitive, that does need to be touched on, that does need to be tapped into. Now listen, a lot of things, there is freedom that does take place in the midst of all of this isolation. Now freedom is something that has to get tapped into. This is something that you gotta want. This is not something like I can give you the give you the push, but I can't necessarily come and knock on your door and go, hey, you doing it. I can't do that. I can't push you to do that, because I can't put a lot on. I can't put a lot on you, because it is gonna seem like it's pressure, and to me, I may not look like it's pressure because I'm so passionate and I want to help, baby. But you probably like, Life Aspects, just calm down, baby. That's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of pressure. Just calm down. I'm gonna do it. There's a lot of pressure. I do apologize. I love you, baby. Listen, okay. There is a sense of freedom that comes in. When that sense of freedom that comes in, there's that love that begins to take place. Sometimes even that love that was blocked off, that peace that was blocked off, that joy. This is stuff that has to get that you will want to tap into. This is stuff that you will want to tap into in the midst of your isolation. A lot of times when God is telling you something, but also, let's bring which brings me to my next point. To be free is to live in your truth. Now, to live in your truth and to be free, listen, whenever you're around things, you will know, because whatever that's keeping you harbored up, just like I said, balance is not being a hindrance to oneself. So you can be a hindrance to yourself by even keeping yourself caught up into things that is not even, not even for you, or even even staying around or even listening to things that are not even beneficial for you. You cannot take a lot of things that you may want to go. You can get all the advice and stuff in the world. You can get all of this, but let me tell you something, because one thing about advice is that this is why it's okay to say, it's okay to go and get go and to ask for help. But who are you asking the help for? Is it somebody that's mature? Is that somebody that's mature? Now, I'm not talking about somebody that's mature in age, because you can be old in age but still act like a size of a toddler. You can be old in age and still act like 8 years old. I'm not talking about that. When we talk about maturity over here, maturity is being groundedness, oneness within self. So when we talk about a level of maturity, are you speaking with somebody that is balanced in their emotions, that can help you get back on track? Are you talking to somebody that is actually going to be able to understand and understand? Are they understanding and understanding as well too? I said that within the being sustained as well too. You want people around you that's going to be rational, that's going to actually understand. Sometimes out of 10, you can't go to family and talk to you. You can't go to people that have known you your whole life. You can't go to people like that. Sometimes you may have to go to strangers and say, hey, what do you think about this? And the reason why I say that is because your family, they've known you your whole life. They don't look at you how other people may look at you. And you may have came to terms and conditions and realized that your family is not going to look at you how a stranger on the street can. Your family has seen it all. So sometimes you have to take a lot of stuff that is very, very like, negativity and turn that into a positive. This was going to bring me to my point to where I'd say that going back to being free, not being under control or the power of another. Now, being free brings in that love. I want to bring that back up. When I said bring in that love, bringing back that peace, bringing back that trust, bringing back in that, you know, tapping into really who you really are, or who you was before, or tapping in, getting back to who you are, or who you want to be. Now listen, a lot of this stuff takes place whenever you begin to break away from things that are not like you. Now listen, one of the things about well, I'm going to bring it in the word transformation. One of the things about transformation is you have to go through a dark season in order for you to learn something in that transformation. Okay, I don't have that. Yes, I think I do have it, but when I had wrote it down, I don't think is it in this one? It may be, because this is where we talked about the alchemizing yourself. This is back here as well too, y'all. I got so many notebooks, baby, child. But I ain't gonna say it because I have it right here. I just have to find it. But I wrote down the process of it within the transformation and everything. And so once I get that, I'm gonna type that up for you guys, and I'm gonna type it's an outline for you guys. Okay, now let's go back to within what I was saying with the love. Okay, being free in love. When that freedom comes in, there's a sense of release that takes place as well too. Okay, so y'all know how I said don't rush the healing process. Why do I not need to rush the healing process? Because you're rushing something that is meant to, that does seem ugly. It's like, okay, it's like you face your ugly truth, and once you face your ugly truth and you've released that, see, now what does release look like? Release looks like, let me tell you something. Release looks like the number one release is once you decide to break away. Number two, the release is those emotions that at nighttime that no one sees you cry about. Those emotions that you write out, those emotions that you pray about, those emotions that you talk to God about, those emotions that you even release in your therapy sessions, in your group support sessions. That is a form of release. That form of release every now and then. Now there's a difference, because you have that spiritual mourning sometimes, where sometimes like you will cry out the blue and stuff like that. Now that's a different topic for a different day, to where like you will cry out the blue. Now that's when you're going through like spiritual mourning, and 9 times out of 10 it could be losses, it could be things that you may have done, it could be things that whatever, that's between you and God, and that's spiritual mourning. But when it comes down to like healing, that's different. Okay, so let's see. Back to, okay, we talked about the love, and within peace as well too. That form of peace that takes place. So that form of peace that you didn't have because you were imbalanced. Now that form of peace, that's going to move that out the way. So just think about things that are like reverse. So mental reverse. That mental reverse that you have, and as you release, you'll begin to feel, and it's going to take time. It's over time. It takes time. Now listen, I'm going to give you guys what I have on my notes. Not even going to go into a part two for you guys right now, but what I want to give you guys, what I want to leave you guys with this is that to be balanced, to be free, the strength that takes place, that is where being equipped comes in. And so that strength aspect, you have to pray for strength. Okay, I told you guys to pray for strength and peace. Don't pray for money, don't pray for finances and stuff like that. If you got that strength and peace, you're able to get what you need in life. You're able to get that when you have that strength and that peace. We talked about energy and how important that is. Now listen, you have to understand something. That's why I say you have to know what's your emotions and what's not your emotions. You want to be grounded within yourself. Okay, now this is not even I'm putting this notebook away. This is just Life Aspects with Visionary Rose talking. Okay, now listen, one of the things that I have learned over years, I would say over the last over the years, I ain't even gonna say over the years, what I've learned is that one of the things about it is you got to be whole and secure within yourself. And that's what I was thinking about this morning, being whole and secure with yourself. And so when you're whole and you're secure with yourself, See, goes on when I talk about that maturity and how it's groundness. And so when you're whole and you're secure with yourself, just think about something that's whole, something that is whole. Now, as you're whole within yourself, whenever you're whole within yourself, nothing can take you out of your element because you're whole within yourself. Now, when you're secure within yourself, secure does not mean that you're secure. Secure doesn't, listen, for an example, just because I got this nice fur coat on doesn't mean that I'm secure within myself. I still have to be secure. I'm secure with myself with this jacket on, with not. But listen, for an example, if without this jacket, without these nails, without this nice outfit on, I still got to be secure with myself. I still have to be whole within myself. Even if you ain't got the latest fashion, even if you ain't got with the what you feel like you need on the outside, because let me tell you something, it's not about what it is on the outside. So if you're cognitively thinking that it has to be on the outside, you're actually fooling yourself. You're actually a fool, because you're focusing on what it is that's going to be on the outside, because you can have it on the outside but still not hold and secure with yourself. I don't care if you walk in the room, if you got the most money in the room, it don't matter. Are you holding secure with yourself? Are you holding secure with yourself? Because you can look down on me because of what I have, but I'm holding secure with myself. But the question, are you? And so when it comes down to that, energy wise, this is why I want to leave you with too. Knowing what's your energy and what's not. Those feelings that you feel throughout the day, those emotions, this is why you got to be emotionally intelligent. You got to be intelligent in your emotions. You are aware. You are aware. So when I say you are aware, you are aware in what is yours, what is not. If you are in a good energy, if you are in a good state of mind, you don't allow projections around you. You don't allow distractions around you to take you out of your peace, to take you out of your element. This is why we talked about with Alchemize. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. If y'all been watching what I said with the alchemize yourself. This plays a part as well too. Transmuting the energy that is not yours. Projections are real on a spiritual level. A lot of people have passed this candle and all of this stuff stage. They're doing it in the spirit realm. That's what they're doing. And so just as much as people can send you emotions to throw you off, people can send you emotions in the spirit to throw you off. This is why you have to stay prayed up. This is why you have to be in balance. This is why you have to be balanced. This is why you have to be balanced within yourself, balanced within your emotions, balanced within your energy, balanced within who you are in yourself. You remember how I said you guys have to look at yourself, like in the schedule attacks video, I said you have to look at yourself as you're in this bubble. And you are in this bubble and nobody can come in out of your bubble. That's how you're not allowing anybody to siphon off of your energy. That's how you're not allowing anybody to harvest off of your energy. When you are in a bubble, you are in your own bubble. It doesn't matter if anybody comes around with bad energy. You know what your energy is. You know. Pay attention to your circles whenever you come around. I challenge you this week, and even for not even this week, but I just challenge you to just start paying attention of like your what it is like that's around you. Whether you hang out with people or not, even if you are working, even if you aren't, pay attention, because energy never lies. And so even people are trying to attach their energy onto you. I'm just giving you the basics. I really wish I could go into depth with you guys. I really do. But we already like almost 20 minutes in, and that would be another 20 minutes of me going into you guys. But I'm just giving y'all the basics. I literally be talking around. But balance is key. Balance is key. And I love y'all. I love y'all. And so it is definitely my job to make sure that I'm setting the people free. Period. Period, baby. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. Setting the people free, being free in your emotions. Why? Because balance is key. Yeah, because balance is key. That's why. Because balance is key. Balance is key. But that's all we got for today, folks. I love y'all. Emotional intelligence.